claps.
Hey my loves, it's me Keisha and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Baddies West Season 3 Episode 6 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. It's the ladies' last night in Vegas and Natalie has a sit down talk with Tommy. And she basically tells Tommy that she wants for them to support everyone when they're out at the clubs and the girls are performing their songs. And Tommy was like, you know, I supported Krishan and Rolly, the other girl. I don't really like her music. I don't really feel her like that. And I'm not going to be fake about it. And she's talking about Stunner Girl. You know, she don't like her. So why would she support her music and act like it's all good and like we cool and I don't like you? And I would agree, like that's fake. Like I'm not here to sit up here and pretend to like this girl or anything that she does. And once again, this is nothing but Natalie stirring the pot. By the way, I did watch the pay-per-view boxing match between them two and it was hilarious. Hilarious. Y'all remember Jocelyn's Cabaret Season 2 when the white girl got beat up by that black girl when they was in there doing the pole dancing in the room and they had that fight and that white girl got beat up so bad like she was turned around like she was fighting the air. That's how Tommy was when she was fighting fighting Natalie in that boxing ring. It was hilarious. But I'm guessing they got paid a handsome amount of money to embarrass themselves. Then see Stunner Girl, Kat, and Scotty all in the room talking. And Scotty asked Stunner, did she talk to Tommy before they went out to the club the night before? And she was like, you know, yeah, we sat down and talked, you know, basically wasn't nothing accomplished. And Kat was like, yeah, I seen where it all started because that's what I wanted to know genuinely, like, where did all of this beef start? And she was like, I saw where it all started. I saw the footage from the auditions and Tommy did throw a drink on her. Yes, she did throw a drink in her direction. I don't even think it landed, but yeah, she did do it and that was 100% wrong. But the part where she said that Tommy tried to sneak her from behind and hit her, that part wasn't true, I don't believe. So Kat was like, you think y'all could ever get past this? And Stunner was like, absolutely not. Like that girl just want to fight all day, every day. Once again, I have never seen this child smile one time since being on this show. I just think that she is truly an unhappy person. Like, I just think that she came out rough and stuff with her Afro puffs. Like, I'm scared of Stunner Girl. Outside, we have Lo, Krishan, and DJ Sky. They sit down and have a conversation. And DJ Sky lets Krishan know. She was like, I saw that Tommy felt some type of way because they told her to go before you. I saw her be irritated by that. Krishan didn't know any of that happened or whatever. She just kind of like brushes it off her shoulder because she likes Tommy and her and Tommy have been getting along. I don't think that it had anything to do per se with Krishan. I just think that it had something to do with the fact that Tommy just wanted to go last, period. And she was frustrated that nobody listened to her. But I don't think that that was shade towards Krishan, even though I do feel like Krishan is the only person on this show that has a single that people really know and really rock to. So yeah, she should go last. But I don't think that Tommy was trying to be funny towards Krishan, and I think that DJ Sky was being quite messy. However, Krishan lets to be known in her confessional that she really likes this group of girls, and I was like, yay, I'm happy for Krishan. I like to see her have female friends. So then Natalie asks for Biggie to come see her in her room. They're getting dressed for the club that night. I love Natalie's red wig, and I'm not even a big fan of red wigs, but it was laid to perfection. And Biggie actually looked cute with her little crimps in her head. I was proud of her. So Natalie tells Biggie to round up the girls because she don't want to deal with it. So Biggie going down the hall, some ladies, it's time to go, por favor, que so gan grandes, Olympian, let's go ladies, como estas? All the girls are dressed and ready to go, and they meet down in the foyer, and Natalie lets the girls know that the bus has broken down. So now they had to get a party bus in order to get to the next venue. She also lets the girls know that the night before it was kind of like chaotic because things were going out of order, like the microphones and stuff wasn't working, and you know, they just want to be more professional that night and make sure that everybody gets their turn, everybody goes in order. Because the night before it was kind of all over the place. She then also says that, you know, she's so happy that the girls are sharing the flyers on their Instagram and stuff so people will know that they're in their city, but some of the girls are blocking out other girls' faces and, you know, being shady. And Stunner Girl was like, that's grandma. That's grandma. So Tommy was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. It's corny. It's corny. So she ends up walking off. But she eventually ends up coming back. And all the girls get on the party bus and head to the venue with no incident. I loved Tommy's Balenciaga outfit, by the way. She looked fabulous. All the girls looked really cute when they was going out. You know, some better than others, but they all looked cute for the most part. They get to the club. Everybody's doing a big one. Everybody's having a good time performing their songs. DJ Sky is DJing that night for the first time, and she decides to perform one of her songs to Natalie and Tommy's surprise, because they had literally just said before they left that we're going to be more orderly and, you know, do things the right way. We're not going to have no surprise pop-up performances. So Natalie feeling some type of way, and in her confessional, she was like, I didn't even know that she was performing. Tommy and I just had this conversation about professionalism and everybody falling in line. So she was like, she wasn't going to say nothing that night, but she was going to confront DJ Sky on going rogue. So the next day, their last, you know, day in Vegas, Natalie goes into DJ Sky room to talk to her, and she first pops off by asking where is Krishan, because after Krishan performed, she left the club with Blueface and ain't nobody seen or heard from her since. And Krishan gets on DJ Sky about it because not only was she coming there to DJ, but her main job was to keep an eye on Krishan and babysit her. And DJ Sky was like, as soon as Blueface got to the club, I knew she was going to leave. And Natty was like, well, you should have went with her. I'm not dealing with this little girl. I need you to be on her, you know, butt. And Sky was like, she won't be leaving again. Like, I promise, I promise, I promise. She like, girl, how you promising something when you ain't even got her right now? Like, you literally only here to really babysit her. And I didn't feel like that was fair of Natalie to come down hard on her, because at the end of the day, this is a grown person. I can't detain her and make her not do nothing. But then on the other hand, that is what we brought you here for, was to babysit her, and you're not doing your job. So it's kind of like a gift and a curse almost with this whole situation. But it was cracking me up how she was calling Krishan all these little girls and stuff like that, because I'm like, you weren't gonna say that to her face. Like, I bet you won't call her no little girl to her face. So I can't wait to see if DJ Sky run back and tell Krishan that Natalie was calling her all kind of little girls. So Natalie then confronted her about performing her song, and Sky was like, well, Lo performed her song the other night, and she did, and nothing was said. So I understood where she was coming from with that. Like, if you gonna say something to me, then say something to her as well. But I think moving forward, if you're not booked to perform, then everybody needs to have several seats. Then at the end of the episode, surprisingly, Kat decides to bring Stunner Girl and Biggie together to have a one-on-one conversation so they can squash their beef. Now, mind you, the night before when they went out to the club, when Biggie was going around the house getting all the girls together, she went into the room with Stunner Girl, and Kat was like, you know, y'all ready? You know, they was saying, you know, she told the girls they look cute. They had a little kiki. It seemed like everything was cordial enough that they were fine. So I was shocked that Kat wanted to have like this one-on-one conversation between the two of them, because everything seemed to be okay. Like, they were being cordial enough. But nonetheless, she brought them together. Biggie was standing there like James Dean on the corner, or like Marlon Brando child smoking a cigarette. Didn't seem like she really wanted to be bothered. And Kat kind of peeped her energy, and it was like, you know, I don't think they have a reason not to like each other. This is what she said in her confessional. And really, truly, honestly, they don't, you know, they really honestly don't, you know, but with this type of show, you got to find any reason not to like somebody, child. So Kat was like, you know, we don't have time for the drama. Can we make this work? Stunner girl kind of not really saying nothing. I felt like she was trying to peep Biggie's vibe to see what she was going to say before she said anything, because she was kind of like looking down and like kind of pacing around. And Biggie was like, you know, there's really nothing to speak about. I don't care for the girl too much. So at this point, Stunner feels, you know, like she being, you know, funny. And now her guard is up. So Kat was like, look, we all grown. We gonna figure this out. I'm gonna go get me some Chardonnay. And she leaves them to talk one-on-one. So now it's just the two of them. And they basically get to going back and forth about who started what and who did what and who said this and who said that. And Stunner was like, everybody got they issue off with me the night before when we was in that room, except for you. Basically saying like, if you really wanted to fight me, you would have fought me that night when everybody, you know, got their issue off with me. Biggie was like, you know, I manage girls like you. And Stunner was like, I make more money than you. Biggie was like, you lay on your back. And Stunner was like, you're always complaining about not getting any Peter Weeder. She was like, that's because no one wants to, you know, boink you. She was like, I'm not getting any dick. You're like a man, bro. When she imitated Biggie, I holler. Like, one thing I will say about Stunner, she might not laugh, but she gonna joan and crack a joke. So at this point, Stunner's producer enters the scene, and it seemed to me like she was trying to talk to Stunner about continuing the conversation. It didn't seem to me like she was coming over there to fix no microphone, because you hear her saying like, can you just listen? Can you just listen? So Stunner was like, you know, on a regular day, she couldn't even stand next to me. She was like, so many, you know, itches said they been effing you. And Biggie was like, what? What? I'm sorry. What was that? And then as she's saying it, she steps down off the steps, walks towards Stunner, and clocks her in the face. Stunner tries to hit back. She kind of falls backwards onto this bench. Security jumps in, and the episode goes off, and it'll continue next week with them going heads up. Now, Stunner girl said in her confessional that she snuck her. Ma'am, that was not a sneak. You saw her approaching you. She had to walk down 2 steps to get to you. That was not a sneak, darling. You just wasn't prepared. I guess you just figured she wasn't going to be about it and ride it. But she was, and that's what you get. That's what you get. Like, everybody get their turn, mama. And even if she did sneak you, that's what you get for when you snuck Tommy. And I don't know why you think you beat Tommy up when you snuck her from behind. She didn't even know that you was walking up behind her. Like, come on now. Come on now. Let's be real. But Biggie got her issue off with that one. Round 1 goes to Biggie. We'll see how round 2 goes. On next week's episode. This show is a mess, honey, and it cracks me up. Overall, tonight's episode, I'm gonna give it a C+. It really wasn't a lot going on in tonight's episode. Seems like next week's episode is gonna be funny and messy, so we shall see what the tea is. Y'all make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.